Lila didn't want to be at the beach. Not really. Her mother had brought her here for the summer while she worked long hours at the cafe, leaving Lila to wander the shoreline alone. Each morning, she walked barefoot in the sand, sketchbook in hand, hoping the sound of waves might ease the ache of loneliness. That was when she first saw the dog. Scruffy, golden, and a little thin, he trotted along the water's edge, tail wagging cautiously. He stopped a few feet from her, head tilted. She knelt down and held out her hand. He sniffed it, licked her fingers, and lay beside her in the sand. She named him Dusty. Over the next few days, Dusty became her shadow. He met her each morning and stayed by her side until the sky turned orange. They played, collected shells, and rested beneath the sun. Lila asked around about him, but everyone just called him a stray. "Been around for a while," an old fisherman told her. "Keeps to himself, doesn't belong to anyone anymore." But Lila disagreed. Dusty wasn't a stray. He was waiting for someone. She could see it in his eyes. One evening, as they played near the dunes, a voice barked through the wind. "Get away from that dog!" Lila turned to see an old man with a cane limping down the boardwalk. His expression was stern, his voice sharp. Dusty froze. The man looked at Lila with tired, angry eyes. "He's not yours," he said, and walked away. Dusty stayed behind, ears low and tail tucked. Lila was shaken, but more curious than afraid. The next day, she went to the small library and asked the librarian about the man. "That's Mr. Reed," the woman said gently. "Used to be a fisherman. Lost his son in a storm last winter." Lila's breath caught. "Did his son have a dog?" The librarian nodded slowly. "A golden mutt. Always followed the boy around. After the accident, the old man pushed the dog away. Didn't want the reminder." Lila felt a lump form in her throat. Dusty wasn't just grieving. He'd been abandoned by someone who was grieving too. A storm hit that night. Thunder rattled the windows, and the wind howled through the cottage. By morning, the world was soaked in gray, and Dusty was missing. Lila raced through the streets, searching the beach, calling his name. Hours passed. Then, under the lifeguard tower, she found him, curled up and shivering, drenched and cold. Without thinking, she scooped him into her arms, heart pounding, and carried him all the way to Mr. Reed's house. When the old man opened the door, Lila didn't wait. "He was out in the storm," she said. "He needs someone. You both do." Mr. Reed stared at the wet bundle in her arms. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then, with trembling hands, he reached out and touched Dusty's head. The dog licked his fingers. Something shifted in Mr. Reed's face, something long buried. "You waited," he whispered, tears filling his eyes. From that day on, everything changed. Dusty no longer wandered the beach alone. He wore a red collar again. Mr. Reed began sitting on the porch with a cup of tea, waving at Lila as she passed. They talked often, about his son, about Dusty, and about loss. Lila brought him sketches of the beach, of Dusty, and one of a young man holding a pup in his arms. Mr. Reed cried when he saw that one. As summer drew to a close, Lila stood one last time at the shoreline, her toes in the surf, Dusty by her side, and Mr. Reed just behind. She looked back at the trail in the sand. 2 sets of footprints, 1 set of paw prints, winding together along the shore. For the first time in a long time, none of them were alone.